Imagine scaling your e-commerce without writing a single line of code, where intelligent automation meets smart strategy and growth becomes inevitable. In just a moment, you'll meet the expert who's turning this vision into reality. The stage is set. Imagine.
Yes, hello. Very nice to be here today. We will talk about e-commerce and how you can grow your e-commerce business with SEO, AI, and automation. And we have a lot to speak about, so let's just start. From a SEO perspective, there are at least two things that e-commerces wish that AI and automation could help with, and that are writing new product descriptions and optimizing old product descriptions. And it has to, you just want to scale fast. It has to be cost and time efficient as well. So why product descriptions? Usually, in-house or otherwise, there are not enough resources to optimize each product description manually. So you want to use AI for that. And if you have a lot of products in your e-commerce, you usually have a lot to win. And in 2025, Google prefers to show products over categories in SERP. And if you have Googled some products, you might have seen that the SERP looks more or less like this. So there might be shopping ads in the top, there might be organic listings, product listings, and there might even be products a bit above. And sometimes you have to scroll very far down before the normal blue links are appearing. So it's all about products nowadays. And if you have an e-commerce, you want to be visible in the product grids. Otherwise, you don't get clicks and traffic. So how to optimize to get into the product grids? Add schema. Optimize Merchant Center. Make sure you are there and make sure you have filled in all the information you need. And optimize product descriptions. And we will talk a lot about product descriptions today. You can do it cost and time efficiently with AI and automation tools, and I will show you how. So let's start with new product descriptions. When you get products to your site, you need to write a good product description to be able to rank in Google. So here are the tools I use. It's 3 steps. First, I have a Google Sheet where I put all the data I need to write the product descriptions. Then I use an AI tool. I use ChatGPT, but you can use Claude or whatever you like. And then as an automation tool, I use make.com. How many of you have tried or heard about make.com? Quite many, that's nice. If not, check it out. It's a nice tool. You can automate a lot of stuff. So let's dig into it deeper. Why I like to use Make are, it is very easy to connect different apps in it. So I can connect my Google Sheets with ChatGPT and connect it back and get the results back into that. I don't need to know anything about coding. I don't need to know any Python. I can still do crazy good stuff. I can automate the workflow, so I'm automating the product writing. I don't need to do them one by one. I can do a lot of products in a short amount of time. I can do thousands in a day if I need, and I will save a lot of time. So this is how it can look like. So yeah, I basically connect the Google Sheet with all my product data, and then I have ChatGPTs who are writing different things, long product descriptions, short product descriptions, title, etc., etc. But the thing is here, don't try to put everything in one prompt. Split big tasks into smaller tasks. So just basically one task in each ChatGPT, and then you just continue. But if we go to the start here, so we are looking at the data that we need to write product descriptions. So basically, I add all the data that I will need into one Google Sheet. And the thing with AI is, if you don't have enough background data, you will get crappy product descriptions. We can't expect AI to write good product descriptions about nothing. So it's important that you have enough data to work with. So what data you can use to get good product descriptions are product info from the manufacturer. Usually when you get a new product, you might get a short product description from the manufacturer site. So you can use that as a data when writing the product descriptions. If you have a web shop that are selling products from different brands and you need more information, then you can go to the brand websites and scrape information there and add it to the same Google Sheet, and then you will get more information to use in your product descriptions. And sometimes you just can't automate everything. If you have nothing to start with, you have to write something like even manually, take somewhere some texts. So what I use in my product descriptions are product name and the product description from the manufacturer. I use the product brand. I use images if it's possible. I might use keywords if I have any. I can use collection, pattern, or designer information, information about features or benefits, just everything what you have put in a Google Sheet. So start by getting everything into the Google Sheet. It can look like this. Have the product name. It usually comes automatically from somewhere. In my prompt, I often ask it to optimize for the product name. That's one simple thing. And here is another cool thing. If you have images, if you have possible to use images when you are creating the product descriptions, you can use this formula, image, and then copy-paste the URL there from the image URL. Then you can display the image in the Google Sheet. And when ChatGPT is looking at your data and writing the product description, then it can see how the product looks like. And this is really good when you have a clothing store or home decor store. And you get really good, unique product description when ChatGPT can actually see the product. Here I have also used brand and collection information because I didn't have the short product description, so you can use what you have. But if we go back to the make, to the automation, so yeah, the first one, we have all the data there, and it's connected to ChatGPT, and where you have your prompt, next. So in this step now, step 2, you will write your prompt. And a good tip is, I don't recommend to go straight into make and start doing these things, but test your prompt, your product description prompt first in the regular ChatGPT, because then you can improve it there before and see so it works and writes well before you put it in here. But how I write my product description prompt, and this is for the long product description. There are usually 3 messages I use. A system message, and that is like if you have sometimes made a custom GPT, it's the info that you add in the background, all the like tasks and tone of voice and everything. Then I use a user message where I just write start to optimize, so it like starts doing things. And the third one is the assistant message. That is the message that you will get from the ChatGPT then. So there I put a perfect example of an optimized product description so that it will see how it should look like and create all of them in the same way. But if we go and check into these in more detail, so in my first message, my system message, I will provide well-defined instructions and basic information about the context, task, format, length, language, and styling. And good to remember is when you are referring to different parts in your Google Sheet, like also tell it in the make so that ChatGPT knows where it should look for the information. So you can use these green buttons and connect to the right columns. Here is my product description prompt. We will not go through it in detail, but it's just an example how it can look like. They will always be unique and different to your brand. Yes. Message 2, it's a user message for me, so I just write optimize the product description. And in the message 3, I add the example. So it's a final example of the product text. I might even add it in the right format, like HTML if I need. But you need to have an example somewhere so that Google ChatGPT can see it and continue to write in the same style. But if we go further, so ChatGPT will, like in the second part here, look what you have in your data, write the product description according to your prompt, and then it will add the results back into a new Google Sheet. I always like to add them to a new one, because so it doesn't get messed up with the old data. It's like just easier to monitor. But you can get the results back into the Google Sheet. If you want, if you have Shopify, you can, instead of Google Sheets, you can choose to have your Shopify account instead. So then you will get the product description straight into Shopify, and you can read them through there before publishing. But I'm working in Google Sheets now. So here is then an example of how it can look like. I have the URL, the product name. I also had the old product descriptions just so I can check that it has written about the right product. I always want to check through what I write before I upload it anywhere. But then you can build further, and here I have a short product description, but you can also create a title or image alt or just anything you want. And the same thing, add your prompt, and you will get the results back into the Google Sheet, like this. Here's my short product description. When you have tested your prompts and your automation flow, and it works well, you have thousands of products to optimize, you can schedule it and just go and do what you want. You can go sleep while it's working for you if you want. But either way, when it's finished, read it through, check the quality, edit if needed, and import all your new product description to your site. If you have a WordPress site, you can use a plugin called All Import WP plugin. It's very easy to use and upload everything at once to your site. And as said, if you have a Shopify, you can, if you want choose to get the results straight into Shopify. So, we have created our new product descriptions. They are live on the site. The strategy with the automation is the first prompt doesn't need to be perfect, but it needs to be good enough so it works pretty much without much editing. So you can automate all the products on your site. Then you will get products that doesn't get clicks. All your products will not be the winning ones. There will always be some products that doesn't show up in Google, etc. You will get products that do get some clicks, and you will also get your best performing products, the winners that are working and ranking well. But the products that doesn't get clicks, you should just leave them. There is no point in spending more time on them if they are not, for some reason, not ranking in Google. The second one, products that get clicks, this is the most important as the next one. These ones you should re-optimize with Google Search Console data. So when the products have been on your website for some time, a couple of months, you will see in Search Console on what keywords these products are ranking on. You can see the position and impressions and clicks. And this data, these keywords we can then use to optimize the products further. And for the best performing products, take a really good copywriter and make them do the product descriptions for the ones that will get much traffic and lots of sales. So let's look at how we can re-optimize product descriptions with Google Search Console data by using the keywords. This is after they have been live 2 or 3 months. The method I use here is to find keywords that are ranking pretty well, around position 5 to 30, but they are missing from your product page, from your description. Get them from Search Console and add them to your page. And you can, of course, automate this. Step 1 is to first get all the data in a Google Sheet, just so it's easier to work with it. But there are 2 ways you can get it. One is Search Analytics for Sheets. This is a free tool, up to 25,000 rows. So you can get 25,000 like 25,000 rows without, But if you have more products than this, another option is Supermetrics. This costs a bit, but it's a really good tool. You can also get other data into here, like Google Analytics and stuff. But either way of these are working. You want to get a spreadsheet like this. We have the URLs on the first column, and then we have the search query in the second, and then we have the clicks, impressions, click-through rate, and position. But it's important that we see what keywords are ranking on what pages. Step 2 is to make a Google Apps script that checks if the keyword is found on the page or not. So I will not go through Google Apps script very much, but just a short extension, just short how it works. You can read more about it or ask ChatGPT. But Google Apps script, it's like you can automate some things with it, and you find it in Google Sheets under Extensions and Apps script. Click on the plus and on the script, and you just add your script there or create one. You can take help of ChatGPT, tell ChatGPT what you want to do, or just copy my app script. I have it there in the link. You will get the slides later. So when you run this script, it runs through the whole list, and it gives you the result, not found or found. And that is like if the keyword is found in your content or if it isn't. Then you can filter out all the keywords that are not found in the content. and also are ranking on position 5 to 30 and have some impressions. The rest you can skip. Then you take the missing keywords and you want to group them together, so all the keywords that we want to add to the page will be on one row. You shouldn't do this manually. You can also do this with Google Apps Script, and you can copy my script there later. But it will look like this, so we have the URL and all the keywords in one cell. Then let's jump back to Make and create a workflow for this. So I have the data from the previous, like with the URLs and the keywords. And in the prompt here, in the ChatGPT prompt, I ask ChatGPT to add the keywords to the page content. I, of course, scraped the page content before, so it has it. But add the keywords there without changing the existing content, just add new sentences. And then get the result back into a Google Sheet again, like this. So I have my landing page, I have my keywords, I have the old product description and the new one. I run a third Google Apps Script just to highlight the new things, like the changes that ChatGPT made in my old product descriptions. So I wanted to highlight with red color so that when I read through, I can faster see what has been changed in my product descriptions, what is new, and just check that everything is okay. And when everything is okay, you can upload them to your site. We have gone through a lot of stuff, but there is some things I still want to say. What things can you automate in your SEO work? You should always try to think at your daily work, is this something that I possibly could do with AI or automation or app script? And try to automate as much as you can so that you will get more time for the more complicated things. When writing with AI like this, it will not be 100% good, and we shouldn't expect that because it's AI. But try to get the product description to be 80% good with AI, and then the rest, the 20%, give it to a human, a good copywriter, to check that it's okay and finish up the rest of the work. You should use your time on the quality checks rather than doing things manually. The final touches and improving prompts and workflows. And the goal with AI is to do more faster, more efficient, less expensive, and than we could if we would do it manually. If you want to try Make, I have a code for you. You will get 1 month of the free pro plan to try it out and start building before you switch completely. That was it. Thank you very much.